Alright, this is called I Was Young Once. I was young once, and my big bright eyes were filled with the lights of Christmas and the colors of Sesame Street. I was young once, and my biggest concern was getting home before the streetlights came on and what Mama was making for dinner. I was young once, when Saturday mornings were spent in the company of PB&J Otter, Hey Arnold, the Rugrats, Cat Dog, anybody? I was young once, when time went slow and school went fast and summers felt like they were never going to end. I was young once, when everyone got a Valentine, and when friends came in all sizes, shapes, religions, and politics, and no one gave a damn about it except society. I was young once, when sunny days were spent on bug hunts, rainy days were spent building forts, and nobody slept in on snow days because we had snowmen to build. I was young once, and I played dress up with my sister, and I always had to be the boy, which I was just fine with because Dad's clothes smelled like him, and I missed him when he was away. I was young once, when I could fall asleep in my mama's lap as she stroked my hair, and the next thing you know, I'd be flying as Dad carried me up the stairs to bed. I was young once, and I sat sleepy-eyed at the breakfast table as Mama made us breakfast, and we told her about our dreams. I was young once, but I wasn't young forever. No one ever is. But being young ended sooner than most for me. I was young once, but that didn't last. The world has a way of making you grow. Not out, but in. Not up, but down. Not growing wise, but old. And old of heart, not of years. I was young once, but things happened. Things were yelled at my heart that made it cower and shrivel in fear. I was young once, and I hid in the bathroom at recess while the other kids played tag, and I sat alone at lunch because I looked different, and I talked different, and I had learned to be invisible. Or at least I tried to be. I was young once, when my pale skin was used as a canvas for hunger artists who fed their gluttony with anger and painted bruises in shades of yellow and purple and black. I was young once, but childhood is a luxury I couldn't afford. Other children had it at my expense. And some days that makes it okay. Some days my old heart smiles to think that if I was the target, then some other little girl didn't have to fear the arrows. And some days I'm fucking angry because childhood is something pure and sacred, and mine was marred like someone yelling, "Jesus fucking Christ," in a church. I was young once, and I saw the world in a warm glow that surrounded everyone I met. I smiled more often than I cried. I danced and played and laughed and sang off key in that adorable way that only children can. I was young once, and I miss it. I miss trusting the world because I just didn't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be bad. I miss being unafraid and mighty and feeling invincible because I'm young. What's the worst that could happen? I was young once, and when I look into the big bright eyes of my little cousin, I want to pull her into my arms and say, "No, no, sweetheart, it's a trap. Don't grow up." And I want her to use her faith and trust and my hidden stash of pixie dust and fly off to Neverland. Second star to the right, straight on till morning. But I stop myself. And I remind myself that she isn't me. And even if she is, I turned out all right. So what am I so afraid of? So instead, I pull her into my arms. And I hug her like it is the last hug I am ever going to give. And I say, "I was young once. Enjoy it for as long as you can, kid." Thank you.